I used this in an IRL stream I did in LA, and it was like perfect. Walking around, selfie style, and then sat down for dinner, tabletop. Hey everybody, it's Aaron here, and I'm gonna show you in this video how to make an IRL streaming kit for under $75. And I'll actually show you in this video how to use this stuff. I'm also gonna show you 4 other kits that I put together with different budget levels. So you can see what it would be like to scale up if you have a larger budget or you wanna expand your kit as you go. And then at the end of the video, I'm gonna show you a bonus kit that I put together for those of you who wanna see a more sophisticated option from using your cell phone to stream. All right, now this is your $75 kit, and it's just 4 items: a backpack, tripod, a charger, and then of course, your smartphone. Everybody has one, right? And you download an app like the Streamlabs app or Twitch, and you can stream directly from your phone. The beauty of this is that it gets you into IRL streaming for $75 because you don't have to spend upwards of $2,000 for a professional IRL streaming backpack when you've already got a device in your pocket that can stream in HD and has a data plan. But let's start with the battery because you're gonna need one to keep your phone charged so you can stream as long as you want. The model that I'm gonna recommend to you as part of this $75 kit is this one right here. And what's actually really cool about it is that it's also got a solar panel on it. So you can either have it continuously charging itself while it's charging your devices if you're outdoors or near a window. It just gives you more flexibility if you aren't indoors, like you're walking around the streets, or maybe you do get a window side table at a restaurant, but there's no outlet. I actually have an old one myself. This one's cute because it unfolds and has multiple panels. And my idea was that I would actually mount it to the backpack. And that way there's a convenient way for it to get sunlight while I'm walking around. That way you're charging your devices and you're charging your charger while you're on the move. Now next is this tripod that I got for $20. It's lightweight, it folds up compact, but it's still pretty sturdy for a cell phone. In fact, I'm using one of them right now to film this video with my phone. It also came with the actual expanding bracket that you use to put your phone onto the tripod. With the legs folded up, the footprint of this tripod is actually pretty narrow, so it's not awkward to have it on a tabletop, and it's not too high for that either. The top of the tripod right now is actually sitting eye level with me, so a shot from that angle would be pretty good. And off the table with the legs fully extended, it's also pretty tall, so you can also get a great seated angle with the tripod off the table. What's also really nice about it being lightweight is that you're gonna have to lug this thing around. And if you strap it, say, to your backpack, it's gonna be a lot more comfortable over time than having a really hefty tripod with you. Now the last item in this $75 kit is a small backpack, and it's the kind that's geared towards packing camera equipment. Not only is this gonna do the job for you at a budget kit, but it also is gonna have enough room to adapt as you add more equipment to your setup over time. So it's a good investment. And the one I'm recommending only comes in at $29. Now the bag you see here is great if you have a bigger budget, and we'll talk about that and show the features of it later in the video when we get to the bigger kits. Now my next kit I'm calling the Step Up, and it's under $150. And in that kit, we're going with a higher capacity charger, a power strip for making charging a lot more convenient, and a single LED light and tripod. We're also gonna go with a larger backpack to fit all that stuff. So there's a couple things that's really cool about this light. So the light is dimmable, USB, comes with a stand, and is compact and lightweight. And what's really cool is if you go with the higher capacity battery, which you're gonna want in a kit like this, because you're charging your phone and operating a light, even though it comes with this power block to be able to convert the USB to something you can stick in the wall, you can actually power these off of your battery backup. Because the end is USB, you just plug it in and you turn on your light. And on your cable are your up and down buttons to increase and decrease the intensity of the light. And because it's LED, it's low power consumption, so this will last a while. And because you have multiple ports, you can also be charging the phone. In this kit, I'm also including a power block, kind of like your power strip, but they're all USB. And then this goes into the wall. And this thing is only $11. And it's lightweight and small, not like the big chunky long power strips. Now I've got 2 more kits to show you and a bonus kit at the end. And the links to all of these items can be found in the description in my kit link. Now kit number 3 is your under $450 kit, and what we're adding there is an even higher capacity charger and the Osmo 3 mobile gimbal, which is an amazing stabilizer you mount your phone to. And that way as you're walking around, everything is super smooth rather than the bouncing that you would see when you're just holding your phone in your hands. Now it has a battery that you can charge with a USB cable. It folds up so you can store it, and then you can also incorporate this little foldable foot thing that screws into the bottom, and you can close it up and hold it from that. What's really great about the Osmo is that you can go from walking to sitting by just adding and unfolding those legs to sit on the table, or folding them up, using it like a selfie stick. It also has a companion app where you can do all kinds of amazing things. The Osmo 3 Mobile comes in at $179, but there's newer versions out there as well if you want to spend a little bit more and get the 4. And in the kit, I added a nice hard shell carrying case. Now you definitely want the larger bag for all this stuff. And since the Osmo needs charging as well as your phone, and you'd like to maybe power your light from the battery, we want a more robust battery for all that. That's where I recommend this PowerO K2. It's actually used most commonly as a battery charger for laptops. And it's a bit of a chonker, a little heavier, but it is absolutely amazing. And you get so many recharges off of one charge on this thing. It will easily last you a full day, no matter what you're doing. It's got 4 USB ports on it, including 2 that are faster charging. And it comes with a ton of adapters if you decide to charge your laptop with it. Plus it's got LED indicators showing how much charge is left on the thing. You will have to charge it in a wall outlet, so just keep that in mind. But between this thing for combining charging all your USB stuff and this thing for keeping it all going, it's only 2 plugs, which any one outlet usually has. So with the bag, the laptop, the power strip, the light, the tripod, the Osmo, and the case, this kit comes in at $434. Now, I want to take a second to talk about something that I didn't include in the kits, but I think is a pretty useful thing to consider. And that's some kind of mobile hotspot device from your cell phone provider. What's great about this is that you're separating the data consumption from your phone and then streaming through that connection. Plus you can consider going with a separate provider. That way, if your cell phone's not getting good reception with one provider, your hotspot might be getting better from another. And sometimes you can get these where you can actually replace the SIM in them. So if you're traveling abroad or you want to change plans, you don't have to get a different device, you just change the SIM card. It's a cool thing to look into, but there's so many options. It's something to research on your own. I've got 2 more kits to show you, so stick around, but also stick around because I'm gonna show you how to actually hook all this stuff up. Now, my Go Big kit, we're gonna have a $1,000 budget, but end up with an amazing kit. We're gonna be adding a second light, a professional tier backpack, and a 2-person wireless microphone system. That way, if you're outdoors or in a crowded setting and there's a lot of noise, you can have super clean audio for yourself or you and another person. Now, the heftier tripod I use is this one from Manfrotto. I actually use this in my home studio where I need a heavier, more stable tripod because I've got a Sony camera and a teleprompter and a lot of hefty stuff on it. And that one comes in at $120. The reason why I chose it is that it also still folds up compact, so you can attach it to a backpack without it being unwieldy. It's heavy duty enough, but not too heavy. In this kit, we also have 2 lights rather than 1. That way, if you've got 2 people, you can light each of them independently, or you can light faces, but then also maybe a wall. What's cool about this kit too is if you decide to light up a wall, they come with all kinds of colored filters. These are just 2 of them. That way you can create a nice splash of color on a back wall or something like that. Just make everything look a lot more interesting. Now, the key value add to this Go Big kit are these Rode wireless microphones. You get a receiver and 2 transmitters. Now, there's a few adapters that don't come with these microphones that you'll also need to get, and I've added those into the kit. The ones in the kit are for iPhones with the lightning connection, but you can also find adapters that do the same thing with different connectors or for different model phones. Now, the Rode mics are really high quality, and this kit's only $300, which is actually an amazing price point for a 2-person wireless setup. And again, they're small and lightweight, and I've included a carrying case in the kit for just $24. So altogether, the tripod, 2 lights, the big battery, the Rode microphone kit, adapters, case, the Osmo 3 in case, and my top tier Manfrotto bag, the kit comes in at $945. Now, this is the Manfrotto bag that I got for building my setup a year ago, and I have the link to this bag in the kit, but these are in really high demand. So I also included another option from Manfrotto that's very similar. All right, so I promised a bonus kit at the end of the video, and here it is. In the last few years, GoPro has added live streaming to their cameras. You connect your camera to your phone for data, you put your stream key into the menus in the GoPro, and you start streaming directly from the GoPro. They also have front-facing cameras as well, whereas older GoPros didn't have that. So even if you were pointing the camera at yourself, you couldn't see whether you were in frame or what the people see. Now you can. The GoPro Max has the horizontal format rather than a square front-facing display. You see the framing in more of the 16:9 wide format that the viewers would be watching the stream with. GoPros are also awesome for IRL because they have decent microphones and wide angle lenses, so you get to see a lot. It's not as tight as sometimes the view from your cell phone can be when you're streaming. They're also small, they're lightweight, they're battery operated. You can record as well, so you can make offline content from a file rather than having to download a VOD. So in this GoPro kit, I put the GoPro, I also put a case for the GoPro, and I strongly recommend this three-way sort of tripod system that GoPro made. I actually have it right here, and there's a few really cool things about this. The first is that you can use it like a selfie stick, and you can create different angles or distances, and you can lock it down so that it doesn't move. It goes really long too, so you can have it very far away. I used this in an IRL stream I did in LA, and it was like perfect. Walking around, selfie style, and then sat down for dinner, tabletop. There's a newer version that's available right now from GoPro that's $65, and I put that in the kit as well. So in my GoPro kit, I've got the GoPro Max and a case, the three-way tripod setup, medium battery pack, USB strip for charging, a single light, and a large camera bag, and it all comes in at $695. Reminder again that the links to all of these items are in my kit link in the description. All right, so how does this look in practice, actually setting it up? Obviously, the walking around and streaming part is really simple. You just got your phone on a handheld and everything's running off of the battery, or you can even actually have it all still hooked up to chargers by running the cables out of the backpack into the charger inside the backpack. But if you get somewhere and you sit down, like for example, I've got a sort of chess in the park kind of concept here. I can do a pretty high quality stream from just these three things: tripod for the phone, the battery charger, and if you need it or you want it, the light. Because the battery has two plugs, one can power the light, the other one can keep the phone charged. And if you have the solar one, even better, because if you're outside, the charger charges while it's charging. This is also not taking up very much space on the table, so you don't have to have a massive table for you to put this stuff up on the table with you. If not, you can always have both of these tripods extended and off the table. You add the little cell phone attachment to the top of the tripod, put your cell phone in there, plug that into the power bank. Then you've also got your light plugged into the power bank if you want that. Turn it on, you can adjust the brightness up and down. And this is only $66 worth of stuff. Charger at $26, the light would stand at $20, and the tripod at $20. Then get the small backpack to carry it all in for 29 bucks, and there you go. And if you decide to go big and get the Osmo gimbal, then you would just replace the tripod with the Osmo with the little feet. And what's cool about that is when you're ready to get up and go, you just grab it and you're still live, but you're moving around. So you don't have to detach the phone from the tripod and then attach it to your selfie stick or your gimbal to get up and keep going. Now that you're gonna have all this content, you wanna make sure that you can present it on multiple video platforms, many of which are vertical formats. So make sure you check out this video where I show you how to use free tools to easily convert horizontal footage into vertical formats for uploading on places like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. Also, make sure you have an event list set up on your stream so you can recognize people who donate or support your channel. I'll see you around.